Socrates here and yes needs to be seated, cause this is a battle you bastards defeated. This is the story and struggle of every hustle. Keep spitting lyrics to retire on every muscle perspire. When we hire and fire but the streets love you, you still got your thuns and your peeps to think of you. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing you.
What up, yo? It's Socrates. I wanted to do a video about something that really frustrates me. About a problem that many people have mentioned, but what do we do about it? I think that we need to discuss this and figure out a solution. And that is journalists and their code of ethics. I was really curious as to what exactly that meant, journalistic code of ethics, because all I could see was a bunch of propaganda, it seems. Nobody giving not only their complete side, but to represent their opponent's views, or even their own views, doesn't seem to be discussed with any sort of clarity. I have a few questions. The first of which is, who speaks for us? If we only have the choice between a couple of medias and both of them are biased, how do we know we're getting any sort of truth? What are reliable sources for them and for us? I know of a scientist named Gad Sad, and he teaches a class on gathering reliable sources. I'm really curious to see what that is. Anyone who else is curious about that can just look up Gad Sad and find out more information about him. Where do we get the truth? If we can't get it from a news organization who makes astonishing amounts of money telling the news, where do we get it? In my opinion, we have to be able to decipher and wade through a field of bullshit to get to any truth. And we need to understand both sides of an issue before we come to a judgment and let the data come in. I looked up the journalistic code of ethics, and they talk about how they're supposed to be peer-reviewed. But if you're peer-reviewed in scientific terms means your peers in the same field all around the world can review your data, and they're the ones who know the most, and they can decide whether it's true. But when I read the journalistic code of ethics, they talk about peer-reviewed from another employee under the same banner, under the same news organization. I don't understand how that is ethical and how that is peer review. I think they're changing the modal logic of what we mean when we say peer review and playing with words. It says that they're supposed to publish corrections when they know that they reported things wrong. Yet, they won't even mention when we have a terrorist attack who the attackers are. They say they're supposed to protect the people who are attacked. But if they refuse to even acknowledge who is doing these attacks, how is that protecting the people who are attacked? If anything, that's putting them in more danger, because you're not even letting them know that XYZ is a threat, and you have people walking around thinking it's not. We know, and an example of that is Rolling Stone. They reported on a rape before the facts came in. It was proven false later, and the young man who was accused of it got kicked out of the college, and as far as I know, he is suing the school for kicking him out of college. He should sue Rolling Stone too. Ridiculous. We know, and they didn't publish corrections. We know on the last, I think it was the second debate, that Hillary Clinton was colluding with the journalists. She got busted doing this. If that doesn't show you media bias, I don't know what else does. And that clearly goes all the way to the top. I'll leave you with a quote by Joseph Stalin to prove my point. And that is, Ideas are more powerful than guns. We would not let our enemies have guns. Why should we let them have ideas? And it's funny because the left has been caught colluding and being biased in their media. The right has rumors of it, but the left has been caught red-handed. And I think it's deplorable in both cases. But Hillary's also had emails leaked about how she talks about how she wants to get rid of all guns. And isn't it funny that Joseph Stalin commented on guns and ideas, the very two things that keep us in a right state of mind and protected. Reason. It's going right out the window. That's all I have to say about this for now. I'll holler at you later. Peace!
It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire in the trouble. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire in the trouble. Give me one shot, you will not be let down. Put me in the ring with this pen when the bell sounds. 12 rounds, pound for pound, he's going down. Throwing blows to his nose as space explodes, erasing your future and features and making holes. We came to rap battle, you came to do recital. This ain't no revival, homeboy, go read your Bible. Atomic particles, the articles, the conversation. Leave your palms sweaty, your heart beating, your pulse racing. Miracle white lightning hitting twice when I'm striking. Socrates here and your ass needs to be seated, cause this is a battle, you bastards defeated. This is the story and struggle of every hustle. Keep spitting lyrics to retire on every muscle perspire. When we hire and fire, but the streets love you. You still got your thuns and your peeps to think of you. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire and the trouble. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire and the trouble. You, me, all us seen better days. Swinging my arms wildly in a blind rage. Me, that's all cause you just can't keep caged. The struggle affects everyone differently. You don't like the rules of the game, then don't play. Only a fool plays relay with a grenade. Brains firing signals across my synapse. The docs retiring as a symbol when my shit snaps. Acting all tough, at least that's what you say. When we rock the beats on these streets every day. You should've known better, you bastard, to face me. Get your ass anchored for acting so shady. You never win this battle when playing foe keeps. You can never make a soldier out of mice and sheer sheep. You say you ain't scared, but say fearless, but fear me. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire and the trouble. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire and the trouble.
I put 8 in your face, get low when I reload. Make the roof explode, never cold, always shot on fire. Live wire, I mean that Eddie changed his name to Crimson. Get confetti on, ready 6 minutes, I'm on. Free till the break of dawn, yawn. So contagious, play this and I never sleep. In the party mobbing like Z. See your baby mama, now we on the creek. With genius when I speak. Go reek a penis when she speaks. Pussy gonna pay my rent for 52 weeks. So when I speak, I teach one lesson. Don't fuck with Crimson with no question. You step out your shadow with 2 Smith & Wessons. It's a struggle when Crimson's on that ass. It's a struggle when your getaway car runs out of gas. It's a struggle when Crimson rips off your face and wears it as a mask. It's a struggle when I fuck your bitch, why ass?
It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire and the trouble. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire and the trouble. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire and the trouble. It's a struggle when you get tired of firing your rebuttal. It's a struggle when you need a lot of money on the double. It's a struggle when you perspire in the mire of your bubble. It's a struggle when you acquire the fire and the trouble.